With Jack Marston becoming the sole inheritor of his father's belongings, he would find the infamous platinum chip. Noticing the sigil on the chip, Jack would leave Jacobstown and march to New Vegas in search of the chip's origin. Once he submitted the credit check, Jack was able to enter the strip proper and was greeted by Victor. After explaining to Victor who he is, Jack was informed that Mr. House wanted to meet the son of John Marston. Inside the Lucky 38, the conversation between Mr. House and Jack played out as such.
Jack, your father was very useful to me. He was instrumental in my ability to achieve my goal of securing New Vegas. Without him, the people of New Vegas would be subjected to a fate worse than death. What happened to your father is most unfortunate. You have my condolences.
Is that all he was to you? Just an employee you hired to fulfill your selfish desires?
Jack, relax.
Relax? I just lost both of my parents and you speak of my father as if he was a tool, and you want me to relax?
Dare I say, you are volatile, but you must see the reality of the situation. Your father is gone. But look around you. This is the legacy he left behind, and one day it will all be yours.
I don't care about any of this. You and the NCR killed my father. You sent him to do y'all's dirty work.
Your father died because of how he lived his life. I suggest you leave before you do anything rash.
I ain't going nowhere, Tin Can.
Still attempting to reacquire target.
Inside the control room, he unsealed Mr. House from his chamber and pumped his guts full of lead. Exiting the Lucky 38, Jack was met by Volpes who granted him the Mark of Caesar. Jack knew little of Caesar's Legion, but he did know they're enemies of the NCR. And you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Jack Marston accepted the invitation to meet with Caesar and heads to the fort.
So you're the son of John Marston. You bear his resemblance. He may have betrayed me, but I won't hold the sins of your father against you. Know what I think. I think that you want to avenge your parents and take out the NCR. I can make that happen, Jack. But I require your assistance first. The question is, are you ready to get started?
What are you looking to start?
With Mr. House no longer in control of the Great Dam, the NCR has occupied it once again. My Legion is preparing to assault the Great Dam and finally invade the West. Before that happens, I will send you to Triwells. Gaius Magnus could use you to tie up loose ends. Return to me when you're done in Dry Wells.
Fueled by his hatred for the NCR, Jack pledges his loyalty to Caesar and travels to Dry Wells. Once there, he speaks with Gaius Magnus, and Magnus says that his troops have become complacent and believes the garrison leader, Decanus Remus, is to blame. He tasks Jack with finding proof of Remus's disloyalty. Speaking with Constantine, Jack learns that Remus and Constantine were plotting against Magnus. With this information, Jack informs Magnus, and Remus is killed for his disloyalty. Magnus now wants the Hunters Guild eliminated, as they are no longer useful to the Legion. Magnus explains that he once ordered the Legion to unleash Night Stalkers within the Guild's lodge. If the Guild comes across this evidence, Jack is tasked with convincing the Guild to attack the Legion, so the Legion can make an example out of them. Jack goes over to the Hunters Guild and tells them that he wants to help the Hunters take back their lodge. Jack meets up with some Hunters on the bridge, and they charge into the lodge. Once the lodge is cleared, the Hunters enter the basement and find a note from Magnus that ordered the Hunters to be wiped out. To say the Hunters are upset would be the greatest understatement of all time. Jack takes advantage of their volatile state and convinces them to get their revenge on the Legion. As you can imagine, it doesn't end up so well for the hunters. Reporting back to Magnus, he is quite impressed with Jack's cunning ability. With Remus out of the picture, Dry Wells is left without a garrison leader. Magnus has earned the trust of Jack, and trusts him with choosing a new garrison leader.
The first, Decanus Proximus. The second option is Decanus Octavius.
Before Octavius can be questioned, he goes to clear out a nearby sewer with the help of Jack. After the sewer is cleared, Octavius answers some questions. He will keep Drywell safe through security. He will treat Legion subjects with fairness, yet be strict.
If they do not cause trouble, I see no need to make their lives harder than they already may be. Subjects are the lifeblood of the Legion.
When asked if he would obey Magnus no matter what, Octavius says that he will be loyal to Drywells, as well as the Legion. Proximus, on the other hand, will keep Drywell safe through fear and obedience. When asked how he would treat subjects, this is his response.
Let me make this clear. The Legion subjects are under our protection, and that means they must work for us, not the other way around. The subjects are fortunate to live in Caesar's shadow. If Mars requires a sacrifice from time to time, so be it.
He does vow to obey Magnus, though. Ultimately, Jack chose Octavius to lead the garrison. Magnus's final task is for Jack to find out who is helping slaves escape from captivity. Magnus says to threaten a weak but useful man named Dan Livingston with violence if Jack has any trouble. When Dan is threatened, he tells Jack to speak to Diego. Diego confesses to rescuing slaves, but he does not say where they are. To gain Diego's trust, Jack tells him about the sewer he cleared out earlier, and that it can be used as an escape route for slaves. Diego takes the bait and invites Jack into his home to speak in private. Diego tells Jack that he is hiding 4 slaves in his home and will either need disguises or stealth boys so they can sneak out of Drywells. Jack goes around to the local merchants and purchases 5 stealth boys, 1 for each slave and Diego. With the stealth boys acquired, the party makes their way out of Drywells. However, Proximus is waiting with some legionaries. Jack tells him that he is working for Magnus to root out the slaves from Drywells, and they proceed to kill the slaves and Diego. For his contributions, Magnus rewards Jack with a home in the Drywells villa. Inside the home, Jack finds a shotgun and armor, which Jack wears proudly. With his work finished in Drywells, Jack returns to the Mojave. Upon entering Caesar's tent, Lucius tells Jack that Caesar is dying. Jack takes it upon himself to save Caesar's life. After waking from his coma, Caesar tells Jack to meet with a frumentari named Cato near Hoover Dam. Cato hands over an NCR uniform so Jack can blend in, and they go to Hoover Dam where they will wait for Kimball's arrival. While Kimball is making a speech, Jack activates a stealth boy. He fixes the dam's gun control console, causing the AA gun to fire on nearby aircraft. After Kimball's speech, he boards his vertibird, and as soon as they fly away, with President Kimball out of the picture, the Legion is ready to assault Hoover Dam. Meeting with Lanius, he says the Legion will work on securing the dam itself, and that Jack is to find General Oliver and kill him. After fighting alongside the Legion and making their way through the dam, Jack discovers General Oliver's compound. "I take it you are John Marston's bastard son. Let me guess, you're here to kill me." "That's exactly why I'm here, Oliver, fool. You're up against the NCR's best. What chance do you think you have?"
Come on!